Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play of Baldur's Gate. Last episode we finished looking through what we could of this section of Baldur's Gate, including finding the Thieves' Guild entrance itself. With that looked at, and I couldn't actually find my way into the Keeksy Tavern here. Oh no, wait, there is a way in over here, I just didn't notice it. Okay, fine. Of course, because these things are always hidden. Really stupid move for this kind of game. Our only indication that it exists is the clues and hints. But fine. Let's do a quick look in the Keeksy Tavern before we move on to explore another area.
Very well.
I don't think there's really going to be anything of huge note in here.
You want some whiskey?
Yep, just, small rooms. Not even the best quality. And ale. Okay, so there's not really anything of note up here. Also gambling. So, nothing here. That said, with the first region explored, it's time for us to go investigate the next region. There's 9 total regions in here, and we know that the southwest quarter is where the main quest is going to continue, so we're going to explore every single other quarter first, because it's how I roll. Okay, and we may as well start by taking a look to the south here. Right here.
Very well.
Alright. Let's see what we can find. A small house, which we can go into. Nympher.
Hello there.
You are a sweet one. Could you do a favor for Nympher? An old lover of mine has followed me here to the city and has been threatening me with some very dark magic. His name is Archeon, and if you could just get a certain amulet of his to me, perhaps there are a few things I could do for you, don't you think? There is a woman in Baldur's Gate who has been gifted with the succulent name of Nympher. I must admit I am torn between a certain sense of passion and a much less certain sense of foreboding. Archeon, an old lover of hers, has apparently kept an amulet of hers that she would like to have returned. Maybe if I could just talk to him. I found Nympher in a house just south of the Elf Song Tavern. Ah, these are the two who are old, jilted lovers, basically. Hey? So there should be a ring or something in one of these. History of Sembia. Okay, don't care about that. A lol gem and nothing.
Very well.
Okay, noted about that. What have we got here? Another house, maybe? It is. Oh no, this is a store.
Welcome to my humble establishment.
I'm afraid my stocks are not quite as full as they should be, but I do try to keep a good supply of the basics on hand. I'm sure that will suffice. Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, some basic weapons and the like. Nothing we need. It's literally just shop. Still find it interesting that we can actually explore in the sewers. Not that we're going to anytime soon. Not until we've explored everything up top. We'll probably go into the sewers sometime in the future, just not now. Okay, we've got a little house here to look at. Anything inside?
I have a blade with your name on it.
You there! Stand where you are! Damn it, Michael, someone's walked in on us. Okay, we don't want any trouble. Maybe this is your house, but right now all we want to do is leave. Don't give us any trouble, and you'll walk away from this a little poorer. Otherwise, you'll be dead. We're not the owners of this house, but we're not about to let you make off with the hard-earned possessions of whomever lives here. Double standards, huh? You can break into the house, but we thieves can't. Well, I don't think that's the way it's gonna be. Let's have at him, Michael. I mean, truth be told,
My blade will cut you down to size.
The door was open, honestly. So, yeah, the door was open. Oh my god, will you people move? We'll just take what you have, and we're not taking anything else. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. There we go. Okay.
All right.
Well, that happened. Another couple houses here. Commoner and boy.
All right.
Just a person's house. And in here, that one's locked. Won't bother picking. A lot of commoners and such around here. Another house here to investigate. Ah, not a house, a bar.
Mother said not to talk with strangers.
What? I didn't do anything, just leave me alone.
You want some whiskey?
If you have complaints about the service, there's a wall out back that'll be glad to hear them. So would you like a drink? We can get a royal room. I think we do want that. Especially to recover health for you. Just cast the healing spells on everyone here that you can. We'll cast all the healing spells, get us all healed up, and then we'll rest. I have a feeling we should probably be around during the day.
You want some whiskey?
Rent. And now it's nighttime, which I don't think we should be in here during. Sanadal Gwist.
Leave me be, or the guard will have you.
Leave me be, will you? I wish no company now. Why are you saddened, milady? I fear the worst for my brother and cousin. They have been missing some months now, and I know of no one that can find them. Your brother and cousin? Perhaps if I knew their names, I could help you. I thank you. Whatever you can do, I would appreciate. Their names are Shank and Carbos. Not the brightest of boys, but pure of heart. They may have fallen in with a bad lot, but I know they would never do anything wrong. Shank and Carbos. Shank and Carbos. It's not as much as I could do as I thought. What do you mean? Organize a search. Set out upon the land. Look high and low. Surely you can find my gentle family members. Gentle? They weren't so gentle when they tried to kill me in Candlekeep. What? They would never do such a... Oh, forget it. If they attacked you, then you know full well what morons they are. Did they have any gold on them? No, I doubt it. Spent it all on booze and fast times, most likely. Good on you if you knock them around. I certainly will not mourn their loss. Carbos and Shank, what a couple of moronic goons. Well, that was a little awkward. Huh.
If you insist.
You know what? I'm going to rest again, just because I want this to be during the day. Is it during the day now?
Give me strength. If you insist.
Hour 5.
All right.
Please rest again.
Well,
Again, I don't want this to happen during the night. I'll take a peasant room. Thank you. This'll do for now.
all right.
Couple houses here.
All right.
Or a house here. Ah, storekeep, that's what it is.
Welcome to my humble
Hi, I'm
establishment.
well-adjusted Al, and my prices are sensible. I used to be called Crazy Al, but therapy has convinced me that selling plate armor for 3 gold pieces and a small duck was no way to get ahead in business. Okay, just show me what you have and I'll be on my way. Sensible Owl, eh? Well, let's get these identified. Arrow. Arrow of fire +2. And light crossbow +1. Sadly, you can't do anything with the bolt. We don't need the... We can sell the light crossbow, but the arrows of fire, those are going to you. Very nice. Gonna need to find someone else to sell the bolts to.
Alright, alright.
General store, inn and tavern, warehouse.
I am proud to stand among such strong
Alright,
warriors.
alright.
A warehouse, eh? Wonder if there's anything of note in here. Probably not. Just a bunch of commoners, for the most part. Yeah, I'm not gonna steal anything here. Yeah, it's all commoners in here, nothing of note in this place. Okay. Anything else in this direction? Not really. Yeah, that's the south. Can't go any further to the south. Oh! Oh, this is by the docks. Okay. I know the docks is like west center. South center, I mean. Not west center. A locked house, okay. Yep, that must be the docks area.
Yes, you insist.
Not really anything too notable in this place, truth be told. Anything in this house? Oh, we can go in.
Alright, alright.
Just a person's house. Okay.
Very well.
Nikolai, who are you?
Glad to meet you, friend.
Greetings. I can tell by the way you look that you are new to the city. For a mere 15 pieces of gold, I can tell you of the glorious history that once coursed through the weighted veins of this metropolis. Please do. Such a tale would be well worth the price of admission. Ah, yes. The city as we know it today falls in the shape of a plump and crescent moon. Its many wharves and docks jut out along its western point, where the river Chionthar flows into the starry Sea of Swords. A bridge from this western shore links the mainland with a rocky islet on which perches the old massive sea tower of Balduran. It is there that the true tale begins. Do you wish me to continue? Yes, please. Balduran was a well-known and good-natured pirate who sailed the Sea of Swords in times gone by. He built the sea tower that bears his name to guide him to his home port and provide warning of invasion to his kin and clan that made their home along the northern riverbank. In time, a vibrant group of traders and fellow sea captains gathered there and built the city's inner wall to protect their wares and belongings from the ever-present danger of rival pirates or orcish raids. You look distracted. Do you still wish me to continue? Yes, certainly. I wouldn't have it any other way. Balduran was away from port during the time in which the decision to build the wall was made, and when he returned, he learned that many of his kin and clan now lay outside the new wall and vulnerable to any attack made upon the settlement. As the orcs advanced upon the city in the early summer, it erupted into a state of civil chaos. It was at this point that Balduran's sails were spotted upon the horizon, returning home to port. Are you still with me? Yes, I am, right at your side, wide awake, sir. In a rage, Balduran slew the entire council of captains and merchants for such arrogance and selfishness. He spared only the 4 who had spoken out against the council's decision. Together, they ordered the immediate construction of the city's outer wall, and the bridge gate from which Baldur's Gate gets its name. Facing a united city and a stout defense, the orcs were defeated, and for their valor, Balduran appointed the 4 captains as dukes of the city. Well, that's Baldur's Gate in a nutshell. I'm quite impressed with your perseverance. Tell me more. I want to know everything about this city. Well, there's really not much more to tell. Balduran eventually died, apparently lost at sea, and the 4 dukes passed on their titles in a hereditary fashion for many years. Now, of course, dukes are elected to office, although they keep the title until their death. They have grown softer and more tolerant over the years. However, and I think many people would like to see someone with a more extravagant, forceful approach to ascend to the position. But that is the future, not the past, and who knows what it shall hold. I love the more, must tell me more, I want to know everything. No, thank you for the history lesson, it was well worth the 15 gold pieces. You are quite welcome, and thank you for bending your ear to an old man. Of course, it's good to learn things. Blade and Stars. Another inn, maybe? It is. Well, we've got an innkeeper here.
My rooms are the best kept on the Sword Coast.
Good eve. I am quite sure I don't need to inform you of the rules of conduct while in the Blade and Stars. Rest assured that your stay will be uneventful and restful. Okay, fair enough. Gaxir the Seer.
Yeah, mate.
You are a light entering darkness. You are a seeker of truths. You are more than you realize. The seer has spoken it because the seer knows the fear you harbor, the fear you shall yet become. In the lair of the basilisk you will find a Sphene gem. You would do well to bring it to me. His sentence is overwrought with emphatic hesitations. Gaxir the Seer has informed me that my future is hemmed in darkness. His predictions are less than surprising. In any event, he has asked me to bring him a Sphene gem. Gaxirs can be found at the Blade and Stars.
Something you require?
Shayla sees through the mists of the lady that you are strong and worthy adventurers. Who is Shayla? It is Shayla, most high, middling priestess of the Mist Shadow, who is here before you, speaking through the mists of Lyra. Lyra? Who's that? Lyra, Lady of Mists, mother of all illusion, the guardian of deception, the Mist Shadow. Some say she died in the time of troubles, killed by Cyric, betrayed by Mask. Some say she loved Mask and loves him still. Some say gods can die, some say gods can be born, some say gods can live. Some say gods are an illusion we create for our own contentment. Some say gods are an illusion we create to disguise our fear of living, our fear of dying, our fear of being. If gods are a disguise, if gods are an illusion, then perhaps Lyra is the only beacon of truth in our entire pantheon of lies. But if gods are real and true and all-knowing, then Lyra cannot be a god and must be dead if indeed she ever lived at all. But how can you worship what you cannot know? More or less precisely my point. I see. Insolence! Begone, all who seek to dispel the mists of Lyra! Okay then.
Stop picking your nose.
Get out of my face. Okay then. Well, that happened.
If you insist.
Maple, willow, aspen. You are 3 trees in one.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
What? You are going to ask me about my name, weren't you? Everyone wants to know about it, and you're probably no different. Well, fine. Maple, willow, aspen is my name, and yes, my parents were very fond of trees. I am very aware of it, and no, I don't want to hear any jokes about family trees and me being the sap. Are you happy now? Actually, I was just interested in directions. Directions? You mean you don't... Well then, what can I help you with? I'm just interested in Baldur's Gate. What are the interesting sights? Well, I suppose the Hall of Wonders is nice, if you like gadgetry. It's in the west central section of the city. The Sorcerer's Sundries is nice too. That's in the east central area. Other than that, I don't know. Can I do anything else for you? No, thank you. Until next time, then. Yeah, we'll, ignore that. Reginald Longtooth Worthington III. Oh god, you are going to be so full of yourself, aren't you?
All right.
Hello. Nice to make the acquaintance of such a cultured personage.
Hello! A fine and sunny day to you, wherever you wake and wherever you lay. Always willing to extend a hand to a new face, so to speak. What can you tell me of this city? The city? Why, the city is a fine place, quite expansive in its majesty and most comprehensive in its lay of the land. It's a wonder to behold, and once it's held, you don't want to let go. Such grandeur and beauty contained within its plain and modest settings and citizens. It exudes a quiet nobility that practically screams from every rooftop. It is a wonder. It isn't simplicity. It is Baldur's Gate. I see. And what do you do? Are you an adventurer like myself? Adventuring! A fine and glorious pastime that passes time like no other! To seek the highs and lows of the depths and heights, to follow in the footsteps leading down paths never trod upon, to plumb the furthest reaches of oneself while exploring the very world outside your door. Such a life is a grand one indeed, though simple in its complexity. Have you heard anything interesting lately? Any quests and such? Quests! Quests indeed! To seek that which is to be sought, and find what could be found by looking in the right spot, as long as they were left there in the first place. Discovering that which was known but forgotten, but then remembered and sought anew, though old to begin with. Oh, such pursuits are well worth following. Utterly amazing. You talked for hours and yet said absolutely nothing. Well, I suppose on some levels what I said could be construed as nothing. You have absolutely no valuable information at all, do you? If indeed you are asking whether my discourse has validity derived from dispensing useful tidbits of otherwise unknown stratagem and statistics, then, no. I thought not. Alrighty then. Yep. I'll be off then. Indeed. Radio.
Camaraderie, adventure, and steel on steel.
Okay then.
The stuff of legend.
That was a thing that happened.
All right.
I mean, that was incredibly random, but I was entertained. Oh, that's just another way up. Fine. Okay.
You insist.
Oh no, I did speak with
If
Elkhart.
you insist.
Huh. That appears to be everything in the southeastern quadrant of this area. Interesting. Well, I guess this entire section over here is actually not part of anything. Just a wall that we can't go through. Curious. Well, I think I may as well end this episode here after we've explored this section. That wasn't too bad. Next episode, we'll take a look at the northeastern section, and then we'll slowly make our way down. Probably... we'll figure out which one we go to as we go through this place. It'll be interesting. We'll take a look at the northeast section, then we'll look at the 3 central sections, and then we'll look over here. You know what would amuse me? I don't think they did it, but if they actually went crazy enough to organize it in such a way, because there's 9 positions, 3, 3. I would be highly amused if each section was, like, assigned a different alignment. Like, the northwest section is where the castle is, where all the knights and paladins are located, and it's basically the lawful good section. And over down here would be where all the rogues and thieves and cruelest of sorts would be located. The chaotic evil section. Here would be, well, lawful evil, but that would be where... Oh... No. Down here would be the pirates. Down here would be the politicians and lawyers. Chaotic good. Oh, that would be probably the, I guess maybe bards, or, yeah, bards, and mainly a lot of taverns, quest givers, and stuff like that. Or maybe quest givers would be in the central area, neutral, since they'd be giving out quests. Well, not quest givers, like Adventurers Guild, since they'd be giving out quests for good and evil, lawful and chaotic. I don't know. I would be highly amused if that was how they organized this whole thing. That would be very interesting and clever, in my opinion. Ooh, that's something I'd kind of like to see in a D&D game sometime. It would have to be a game, not an actual D&D, like an actual D&D game. I mean a video game, because a video game you can divide into 9 sections like this. Not as easy with an actual campaign, but that would be highly amusing and something I'd kind of want to see just for the amusement of it. See how they divide up all the sections. You'd have a big city with all the alignments in it. Oh god, that would start an immense civil war, wouldn't it? Ooh. Ooh, you can make an entire game based around that, couldn't you? A very short one, but still. Like, you'd have this whole big city that's just teetering on the edge of chaos and, well, okay, technically 1/3 of it is chaos, but you know what I mean. An entire city that's just teetering on balance between good and evil, lawful and chaotic, just barely holding it together. And you come in there and the time of the game would be just as that teeterous balance is falling apart. That would be interesting. I'd especially find it interesting because if they could actually find a way to show that both law and chaos are needed, and both good and evil are needed in order to keep balance. I mean, I know they've always done things in such a way that, what's it called? That the planes are in such a way where they have the balance with everything, but putting it all into a single city, that would be interesting. I think that would be very cool to see. Anyway, next episode we'll take a look in the northeastern quadrant. Till then, I am Chester44, that is Frederick Lionheart, Ajantis, Bronwyn, Minsk, Imoen, and Dinair. This has been a Let's Play of Baldur's Gate, and I shall see you all next time.